Hello guys, today we are discussing about the logs. Okay, what is the logs and why we are using the logs? Logs are we are using like we have to store the errors or exceptions, or if you want to store the you want to see the details, we have to write this to store the details, or which method is calling everything we have to write in the log files. And why we are using means suddenly when your project deploying in the server like Azure or IIS. IIS means it is locally we have deployed means like after deploying your project, if you are running your if you are running that url, suddenly it will stop running. And you don't know the problem, how why it is stopping. That uh, that time you don't have any files or any programs to see the error, right? That's why we are using the logs. when you are uh, when you are running the application, suddenly it will stop means, and we have to store like we have to store the folder. Inside the folder we have to store the logs. Okay, now I am creating the logs. How to create, you can see previously we have to created like serial log in web API. Today we have to see like manually we are creating the class log class, and we are entering the details whatever you want, you have to enter, right? Okay, now I am creating the class name as log. This one previously I created the one MVC project. If you want to how if you don't know the create the project, previously I upload the videos how to create the project also. Like I will upload like web API and MVC to create the project. If you want any doubts, you can go to our channel and see the like this is our channel. If you want any doubts, go and see the how to create the project. Okay, now I'm running the application. This is my application. This is my MVC application, and here the MVC, here the employee details like CRUD operations like create, edit, update details. Everything we have to write. If you want to edit the details, you can click on edit. Like this functionality already I done. If you want any doubts, please go to our channel and see the okay, see the code. Now I'm creating the one class. The class name is the log files. Here I'm creating the class. Yeah, my class name is the logs or log files. I'm creating the log files. Okay, this is my class name log files. If you want any name, you can give it. Now I'm changing this class as a static class, and I'm writing the one static method public static void. My method name is the log. I'm writing the method name as log. First of all, I'm declaring the parameters. One is the title. You want to write for the log. I want to write the title and string log messages. Like whatever the logs are exceptions coming, we have to store the log message only. And we have to create the log folder when you are getting any error or exception. And under webroot, right, www root, under this folder only we have created the log folder. For that one we have to write I environment, I web host environment. We have to write the one parameter like I web, yeah, I web host environment. I'm giving like a parameter as a env. Okay, like we have to first we have to when you get the any exception or error, we have to store the we have to create the folder. Inside the folder we have to create like text file. Okay, first of all I'm creating the folder bool, because why I'm writing means if it is already exists, directly don't want to create another folder. Okay, if it is not exist, we have to create new folder. Okay, for this one I'm writing exists equal to directory. directory dot, if it is already exist or not, it will check. env dot webroot path. This is called like webroot path. Like I'm giving the folder name as a log folder. Log folder I'm creating. Okay. My folder name is the log folder. If I'm writing the condition, if it is exists, we don't want to create the new folder. If it is does not exist, we have to create the new folder. Okay. Directly I'm copy pasting this one. We don't want to waste our time. Okay. I created the folder. Next of all, I'm using the stream reader, not stream reader. It is created like stream writer. Stream writer means like we have to use. It will help to create the folders or we have to store the data. For this one, we have to when you create the text file, we have to use like stream writer. Okay, I'm using the stream writer as declaring, and after that, I have to store the path like file name. Okay, what I'm saying is like after creating the folder, if we get any exist, we have to store in text file only, right? For that one, I am writing one text file. For storing the, I am declaring like path. Okay. Because if here we are creating the log folder, but where we have to where we have to create like a text folder, text file, that exceptions are stored in the text file only, because I'm linking to that this folder to text file. Okay, my string file name, string file name equal to, we declare like date time dot now, date time dot now dot to string, like I'm declaring the date, month, year. It will store the file name as like this. The if you get today error means it will show the today date for the file name dot txt. Yeah, we have to store the text file only dot txt. A log path equal to path dot, we have to store like under the folder only, we have to store the this text file name. Path dot combine, we have to use combine. env dot webroot path, webroot, okay, sorry, webroot path plus under, we have to store under log file, right? Log folder, log, we have to write same name as a log folder, comma file name. You have to store this file name or which file name you want. I'm storing like specific date. Whenever you got the exception, that date it will store like the file name as the date. Okay, I will show the example also, don't worry. If the file name is already exists, we have to create inside the file, inside the text file only, we have to create another. Because if you are running in one day, if you are getting multiple exceptions, we don't want to create multiple files, multiple text files. Under one text file only, we have to create multiple errors or exceptions. File name dot, if the file dot exists, the stream writer equal to new it will create the new one. If it doesn't have means it will create the new one. If it is already have means it will go to the else condition. It will append the text. Streamwriter dot file dot append. It will append the text inside the log path in this path only. It will append it in this path. Okay, if you don't doesn't have means it will create the new file name as datetime inside this path only. Here I am writing the inside the text file whatever you want to display you have to write. Okay, here I am writing the streamwriter dot read line. Here I am writing the log entry. If you are getting any error with the any exception or error, first it will display the log entry. And the stream reader dot write line. Inside you have to display date and time 0 1 date time dot now dot to long time to string comma same I am writing like after comma I am one more time I am repeating. It will store the like date time also, which time you are running. It will show everything. Stream writer dot here I am writing the message title. What is the exception you are getting? Message title I am declaring a message title like title here. Here we are declare like parameter, right? Yeah, I am writing that parameter and stream writer dot here actually getting the exception errors. In this line only we are seeing the what is the error getting. Okay, log messages log message. It will display the message. After that I am writing like because when you are running the second time you if you know right if you want to see another exception I am writing like underlines because if you are getting one day if you are getting multiple errors means it will show same file, right? That's why sometimes you are confusing the errors. That's why I'm writing like this. And here too I'm closing the file. Close, I am using the close. Okay, if it is already exists the file, if you already exist the file name it will create inside. If you doesn't have exist any folder it will create the new folder. Okay, log this is this like we have to write the log errors. And for example I'm showing the in controller. Here I'm writing the try catch block. Before try catch block here I want to take like here I want to initialize the inject the I web root private read only I web host environment env. Here inside the constructor I am declaring like parameter also. Here I am writing the try catch blocks. In try catch blocks only we are getting exception. In catch block only we are getting the exceptions. Definitely we have to write the try catch blocks. Okay. This is a try catch blocks we are using the exception handling. This one we are writing inside the try. If you want any logic, we have to write the in try blocks. Okay. Here I'm writing the class name log file. My log files is the my class name dot. This is the my method name. And here I want to pass the parameter. Here we have to see right string title name log message I web host environment. Here I'm using the title. Inside title means like in which method you are getting error. Like I am writing the title as employee index, because if you write like this means you can easily identify which method you are getting exception. Employee index, comma, this you are writing the exception name exception dot ex. Here we have to see right exception dot ex, exception dot to string, because we are taking the string parameter. Like here we have to string pass the parameter as a string, that's why I am declaring like to string. And we have to declare one more parameter. I am declaring this parameter env file. We have to store this file only, this path only. And why it is getting error means we have to return view. We have to return right. For every method we have to write the returns. Like I return view. Okay. Now I'm running. Before that I'm creating like some exceptions. Like I'm writing some errors. Here into v is equal to 0. Like u is equal to 100 by v. It is not valid. It is like invalid, right? That's why here getting the exception. Before that you see right here doesn't have the log folder. Now when you are getting the exception, it will create the log folder. Inside the log folder it will create the some text file to the date. Okay, now I'm running the code. When you click on employee details, it will directly go to the breakpoint. Here see right, when you're debugging the code, see if you're getting error right, attempting attempted to divided by 0. Same error you have to see in the log folder also. Okay, now I'm opening the folder path. I'm opening the folder. Oh, here it will not create the log folder. It means you are writing the wrong code. Okay, I will check once again. I will check 1 second. Okay, wait. Okay, here we declare the wrong side. Now I'm changing the code and I'm rerunning the code again once more. 1 second. Now I'm rerunning the code once again. It's my mistake. I didn't check properly. That's why it will not create the folder. Once again I will run and I will check it. Okay, I run the code and once again I debugging the code. Here getting the exception. I'm going to click on F11. It will get in this line. Oh, here also we are write the mistake. If it is already exist, if we already if we, it will check it is already exist or not. If it does not exist, we have to create the folder. Okay, I write the mistake and one second I'm create directory. Here we have to use like create directory because we have to create the directory of the folder. Okay, this is the final step. Now definitely it will create the folder. That will check once again. Okay, I run the code. I debug the code and it is in the breakpoint also. And I'm going to, yeah, if you check here, it will created or not. Once you run the entire application, we can see the, okay, it will get in the exception. It will check, it will create it or, yeah, it will, now you can see, right, it will create the log folder. I'm opening the folder explorer. Inside the folder explorer, it will create the log folder. Inside the log folder, today date is displaying, and inside the text folder, text file, you have to see, right, this is the employee index, title name as like employee index. In this method we are getting the exception. Before you can see, right, exception attempting to divided by 0. Like this we have to create the uh, log folder. If you run once again, it will create the same folder only. It will create the same folder. Okay, I'm running once again for your clarification. Okay, I'm running the code once again. Okay, employee details. I'm clicking on employee details. It will getting the same exception. Here we can see, right, it will getting the same exception. You have to go to the folder once again. This is the folder, and this is the file name. It will get second time also, right, it will getting second time also. Like this we have to create the log folders. Thank you guys, bye bye. Next time we have to see another video. Until unless, bye guys. Please subscribe our channel guys. This is my channel and please subscribe our channel guys. Bye.